Oh, it is skip ice. You're right. You're right, Owl. And it looks like they're off. So it looks like Owl has given Link column 4. And let's see what Link has given Owl. So collect all 5 Brinstar E-Tanks. Yeah, that definitely would require a world tour. Yeah, so that would require going into Norfair, going to the wreck ship. But you wouldn't necessarily have to actually defeat Fantoon. So speed booster, and go to the wreck ship. You grab the map station there. Ah, it looks like row 4 has been given to Owl. We don't think that row 2 is actually all that bad. It fits fairly nicely into the any percent route, other than the E-Tanks. So let's look at what they actually have been given. Criteria power column 4. Criteria power bomb is actually quite annoying because it basically forces you to go down the red tower and get speed booster first. Top left, bottom right with column 4. Yeah, so you already have to defeat Croc, so that means that you have to that means a grapple is about a minute long. Wreckship map station is on the way. Well, with that, you actually might, with column 4, you actually might be just only grabbing Varia. You might only grab Varia with that and just go and kill Ridley, because you're already gonna have the 30 supers for it. No, never mind. There's 15 supers in Meridia. So you absolutely would want to go up the red tower. I guess that you just have to bomb jump to Criteria power bombs, which is not pleasant, but it's not the end of the world. And you probably want to grab plasma. So let's see let's look at column 4. Or no, row 4. So collect only 1 of Varia Gravity. That's not going to hurt a player at Owl's caliber. 20 Peebs. 2 reserves. Collect Plasma or Ridley. And all 15 Wreckship missiles. Yeah, so with that you're definitely going up the red tower and grabbing Gravity and the Wreckship missiles. We're probably going to want to grab the supers from there as well. 2+ reserves. So 20 power bombs. Where are you going to get 20 power bombs? The obvious route in our mind would be Moon. Actually, no. No, you get two power bombs at the top of the red tower, and that only leaves you with 2 more to get. So that's not that bad. There's 3 power bombs in Lower Norfair, 5 in Brinstar, 1 in Meridia, 1 in Criteria. So yeah, the power bomb collection is not that bad because you're gonna grab 10 just from the top of the red tower. And you just stop by Big Pink again to get the at rest. So there are 2 reserve tanks. You're gonna grab Brinstar Reserve, and then you need to either grab Meridia Reserve, or you need to grab Norfair Reserve, because you're not gonna be able to grab Wreckship Reserve. It looks like both of them are Owl's doing a right side climb. You can see that Owl is the better player right now. Everything is way harder than it normally would be, because you're trying to think about. You're not just trying to play the game. You're trying to think about what route you should take as well. So yeah, we think that we think that there's a good chance that the Owl is only going to dip into Norfair just to grab Owl's only going to dip into Norfair to grab ice. Link actually is going for that. So, in randomizers, these enemies will spawn right away, but in a normal game, the enemies will not spawn until you've gone up and down the elevator like that. So Link had to do that in order to force the E-Tank to spawn. So that was actually required for Link to get the E-Tank right there. So what goes well with row 4? What does go well? Top left, bottom right. Top left, bottom right actually goes well with row 4, fairly well with row 4. We're trying to see if there's anything better, but that definitely goes well. The only thing out of the croc and then finishing in an elevator would be a bit out of the way. Yeah, top left, bottom right is what we're seeing with row 4. It's possible that there's something even better. So what Link is doing right here is a left side climb. This is absolutely the beginner way to do this, and it's a very good way if you're first learning the game. The climb is a very technical room, and that's a very easy way to do it consistently when you're first learning the game, or if you're doing 2 players 1 controller. When playing 2 players 1 controller, we always advocate for a left side climb. So we are seeing top left, bottom right for both to combo with both of them. It is definitely possible that we missed there's a better row that we're missing, but that is just what we're staring at right now, and we'll see if either player manages to come up with a better solution than what we've seen. They have the disadvantage that they're trying to play while press buttons while they're figuring this out. They have the advantage that they're not trying to talk while trying to figure this out. So Owl is doing the any percent route, or close to the any percent route, up to Big Pink. The only difference is that we're getting them the reserve. Owl is gonna kill Spospo. Owl is doing row 3 or column 5. Owl is doing row 3 or column 5. So 30 plus supers is the only thing hard on row 3. Finishing DLC boss, yes. So 30 supers and finishing an elevator are the only hard things on row 3. Column 5 has 35 supers and grapple beam. So it'll be interesting to see how Owl values an extra super and finishing an elevator. Owl did not grab charge. It's faster to grab charge after Spospo, because you have to go down. Otherwise, you have to go down and then up. Whereas if you grab it after, then you just go down. Link with a beautiful backup muck ball, and has 5 missiles here. That is an advantage of the route that Link took. Link grabbed the beta missiles, which meant that Link was able to open the door directly. Something that you very rarely get to see. So Owl is going down for Spospo. Going down to grab the missile, down to grab the supers. We are very, very curious whether Owl is going to... Which way, whether Owl is going to do column 5 or row 4 or row 3. Link heading into Big Pink. Link not deciding to fight Spospo. Link is going to get Spospo missiles. Link is going to get backdoor Spospo missiles. Supers. We guess that makes a lot of sense. We guess that makes a lot of sense. If you have to grab 30 supers anyway. The backup mock ball to early supers is where you do the mock ball starting with the run inside the room. Normally you run speed in the room before and jump through the door into a mock ball. The 2 rows that are required, there's a green arrow and the purple arrow. Link is forced to do column 4, and Owl is forced to do row 4, and they can choose any other row or column or diagonal. Owl is going up, that's not surprising at all. The route basically forced Owl to go up. Beautiful, beautiful red tower. Let's climb. So that's the anti of it, is that each player gets to assign the other player 1 row. Link chose to force Owl to do column 4, or row 4, and Owl forced Link to do column 4. Link with a very, very solid beginner green hill zone. Yep, 1 row is picked and the other is their choice. And you don't have to declare what row that you're choosing is. So you can decide halfway through the run to change what row, to change the second row that you're doing. So Owl is getting a second peed pack. So we just realized that top left bottom right would actually combo really well with Owls, because top left bottom right would... Good job to Link getting up the top of the red tower. That is not easy. So top left bottom right would get Owl a 3rd power bomb pack, which would be really nice. Because right now we aren't sure what power bomb packs Owl is gonna get. Is Owl going for the power bomb? Yeah. So this is a really, really interesting decision. This has to be about 30 seconds. We don't know exactly how many bombs it takes to get up here, but that has to be about, it's 1 second per bomb. So that had to be about 20 or 30 seconds. Oh, Owl! 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 Don't die, don't die. Don't die. Anything will one-hit Owl in this room. The acid, Owl would have a small chance of surviving, but it would be really close to getting one hit, even by the acid. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't... He survived. Yes, so we're still eyeing top left bottom right. That's not what I was going for anymore. No time limits on either side. That is an interesting point. So it looks like they're at about 16 minutes right now. So just under 16 minutes with it once you include the stream delay. Let's see how well Owl can do the CWJ. Let's see how well both of them can do their CWJ. This is one of the hardest things in the game. And Owl successfully gets across. That is not easy. That is not easy at all. That is approximately very close to double frame perfect. And it's very easy to spend a couple minutes getting across there. And now Owl is facing the next troll room, jumping across the ocean. This is another room which is way harder than it looks. Owl is deciding to wall jump off of each one, which is a very, very safe way to do it. So Link got the wall jump check, but unfortunately missed the second jump. So Owl is gonna get all 15 except missiles because Owl's required to do that. And while we're at it, give these runners a follow, and give our tracker a follow. They're all doing an amazing job. So one interesting thing is that doing the map station only requires you to walk into the room. It doesn't require you to actually pick it up, actually activate it. Yeah, so at this point, Owl is definitely going for column 5. Well, actually, he could still. Yeah, no, he's definitely going for column 5. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten the map station. Wait. Oh, we see. Owl is gonna get the Croc power bombs as his last power bomb. The route that we had in our head was taking after you kill Dragon, go down the sandpit plasma and take something resembling the Hundo route to plasma, and in that way get to that. Owl needs to be really careful here, and Owl is taking this super carefully. Owl is taking this super carefully. And Owl successfully defeats Fantoon. So the setup here is that the out of the room setup is you put yourself against the door, and then you jump the last frame where you can, and then you have 2 frames to do the CWJ. The in the room setup, you have to put yourself either at the last pixel or second to last pixel before the door. And depending on which pixel you we're on, you either have 1 or 2 frames to do the CWJ. So it is approximately double frame perfect. Oh no, Link got the wall jump check again, but missed it again. Owl needs to be careful. Owl, if Owl had booped those spikes again, Owl might have died. Yeah, we're a bit surprised that Link didn't go down too. So especially with Kateria power bombs being required, that makes speed incredibly valuable, and that makes it worth it to do just the normal any % route until speed and then kill Croc. That safety save is a wonderful idea from Owl. We believe that Owl is we would expect Owl to be listening to the commentary, and especially knowing that Link has been having trouble with the CWJ for the last 5 minutes. That definitely makes it even way more worth to take the safety save. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Owl does for those super missiles. So Owl has 15 now. There are 15 more in Meridia, 10 of which Owl can get without speed. There's 2 in the wreck ship, 1 in Kateria, 1 in Norfair, 3 in Meridia. Owl? Owl! Owl reset because he forgot the missiles at right side attic. And looks like Link is giving up and gonna go down to kill Croc first, which is not a bad decision. It's a very, very practical decision. Owl is not having a good time here. Owl kills Spospo too. Yeah, so Owl has 20 missiles, supers, and all Owl has to do is Owl is gonna have to go down to Norfair to grab speed. So, unless he snail clips, Owl could try and snail clip to Aqueduct supers. But we would expect at this point Owl to get all 3 Meridia supers, and that will get Owl to 35 supers. Owl also has an option of just switching to row 3 right now. Because row 3 would mean that Owl would not have to go all the way to speed and could just get ice and then head off to Meridia. And with the row 3 route, Owl would be able to defeat Dragon and then grab Plasma and then go to the Forgotten Highway elevator, and that would cover Owl. Yeah, so it would still be entirely possible for Owl to defeat Dragon, go down the right sand pit and grab the power bomb, and then after that, head up to Plasma, and then take the Forgotten Highway to the elevator. So that is still a route which is entirely an option for Owl. Owl is just gonna Crystal Flash. Owl is gonna Crystal Flash rather than refilling. That's a really, really interesting decision. So, Owl is in a very dangerous room here. It's very, very easy to die. Owl gets a very nice 2 spike. So, gravity... There's one exception to gravity giving the benefits of both suits. And that is Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam. But other than the Rainbow Beam, gravity gives a benefit to both suits. And since we're not going to see Mother Brain, it absolutely just gives the benefit of both suits here. Link is so close to a suit, so close to a suit. We'll see if Owl decides to stick with column 5 or if Owl decides to just switch to row 3 at this point. We aren't sure. We think that honestly grabbing grapple would be slower than grabbing the criteria than just going to the Forgotten Highway elevator at the end and going down right sandpit for the supers or for the power bomb. Wait, Owl grabbed gravity before the... We just realized that Owl grabbed gravity before the missile and went back for it. That means that Owl almost forgot. Yeah, Owl could do top left, bottom right at this point. Owl could definitely top left, bottom right. Owl has a lot of options, and they're all fairly similar. So Link is going to head down into Norfair, and we'll see which path Link takes. Well, we would definitely expect Link to get Speed Booster. Link cannot get a high jump. So hopefully Link remembers that he can't get high jump. Because if he picks it up, then he's going to have to reset. Don't pick it up, don't pick it up, don't pick it up! Good, he remembers. Where is Owl going? At this point, we really don't know where Owl is going. Owl is heading over to Billy Mays? Oh, this is the last power bomb that Owl is gonna get. This seed has not been gentle to Owl at all, in terms of... Yeah, Owl Blue Gate glitched. So this is Owl's last power bomb. So at this point, this basically signals that Owl is not going to kill Croc at this point, and that Owl is going to switch. This signals that Owl is actually going to go for row 3 instead, which does require Speed Booster, which will require Owl to get Speed Booster or Snail Clip. That would be really awesome if Owl decided to Snail Clip. Snail Clipping is annoyingly tricky. Owl is just using his energy efficiently. This seed has not been gentle to Owl at all, in terms of not dying. So Link has picked up ice. Oh, Link's gonna go for the Mach Ball out. And he gets it. Very, very, very nice. Oh no! Did Link let go of forward? Or did Link not get the Mach Ball? So right there that Link just did is a beautiful backup. If you hold charge, press down to crouch, and then press down to morph, and continue holding down, then you'll end up with a bomb spread that will just break it for you. We did see an X-ray climb earlier. That X-ray climb inspired us to try the X-ray climb ourselves. So Link has to bomb jump up here. There's like a few really cute things. You can freeze the Nova and wall jump off of it, but you basically have to wall jump. Inspired us to check how long the X-ray climb is, and it took us about 5 minutes. So Link is continuing to collect missiles. Oh, right. Okay, so Link is required to collect 50 missiles, so yeah, this makes sense. Wait. Owl? There's an X-ray climb to Shack Tool in the match about an hour a couple hours ago. X-ray climbing works by basically getting yourself stuck in the door, and then you can repeatedly crouch, and X-ray will force you to stand, and through that you can slowly climb up. Oh no! Link just got booped there by King Kak. One of the things that Link could have done, if Link had morphed there, then Link would have deboosted high, which would have gotten Link over there. So one of the tricks that you can definitely do there is that whenever you're at risk of getting booped there, you just morph, and that'll guarantee that you get up. So Link is going to grab the reserve here. We're staring at the card to see which ones have reserve tanks. It looks like there's only a 2 reserve tank. Oh wait, is Link only going into the missiles here? So somebody said that. Oh, you're right. You're right. Owl does not. If Owl goes for row 3, Owl does not need speed. Owl absolutely does not need speed. So yeah, it looks like Owl is going to switch to row 3, which is, in our opinion, the right call. Owl just popped into Warfare for high jump and ice, it looks like. And now we're gonna get to see a Mount Everest gravity jump. Link working on the wall jump up there. That hole, one tile holes are not easy to get into in any Metroid game, jumping into or falling into. At this, okay, yeah, that is the 50th missile for Link. Oh, can you do this wall jump? Wait, can you do this wall jump without? You can do this wall jump without gravity, or without speed booster. We didn't realize you could do that. Owl, up, 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 up. Is Owl gonna snail clip? Is Owl gonna snail? We don't. Owl's gonna snail clip. So we're wondering if Owl is doing this because he actually thinks it's faster, or because he's ahead and can go for swag. Oh wow, we didn't realize he could just morph. We didn't realize he could just morph to go there. Yeah, no, it looks. That was really good by Owl. We did not realize he could just morph to Snowclip like that. We thought you had to spin jump into the snails. That was really good by Owl. Finish in an elevator means that you have to be in an elevator when you got done. No, done with your bingo card. You have to be in an elevator when you finish both rows. So we're gonna be really interested to hear Owl in the post game in the post game interview when and why Owl decided to switch to row 3. Huh, we didn't realize that those were both crumble blocks there. We'd never actually seen the left side crumble. So, this is the last place where Owl can get wrecked. Owl can definitely soft block here. That was an amazingly good bot win pattern. That was the... Oh, Owl has charged, never mind. So yeah, that was just straight up the best bot win pattern that Owl could have hoped for. So Owl has the power bombs. So one thing that we're wondering now is whether it's faster if you're gonna get power bombs and the blue Brinstar power bombs. Is it faster? And you're coming from the wreck ship. Is it faster to go down the red tower or faster to go down the climb? The elevator has to be moving, but it's like one or two. But you can go from standing on the elevator to typing to moving faster than you can type .done. So Link has successfully defeated Croc. And Croc is marked as defeated when drops appear. That is when the flag that says Croc is defeated is done. Going to get Croc power bombs. So what happened right there is there's two ways to do a mid-air shine spark to initiate it. You can either hit up or you can hit R. And the fact that Link diagonal sparked indicates that Link uses R to initiate them, whereas we use up. And this isn't 100% a style decision. So Owl is going to be doing close to a low ice Dragon. Well, we would expect. Wow, that was an amazing initiation by Owl. That was an amazing Dragon initial swoop. So 20 supers will kill. So we would expect Owl to lay a power bomb and then just blast supers into Dragon. Or that. That works as well. 20 supers is what it takes to kill Dragon. These Dragon fights are real. This Dragon fight is amazing by Owl. Owl has 1 reserve, we believe. Owl's gonna need to gravity. Oh, Owl's gonna grab space junk. That's actually a really good decision. So Owl only has 1 reserve right now. Owl only has 1 reserve, which means that Owl is gonna grab the Meridian reserve on the way to Plasma. So Owl is gonna take close to the Hundo route here. Yeah, Owl is a really, really good player. So right now we are at 41 minutes. There's no timer for either of them, but we are at 41 minutes. So... let's see if Link knows the running jump to get up there. Nope, Link's gonna go around and grapple up. Completely reasonable. Unfortunately, grabbing the missiles, Link probably wanted to jump over those. And while you're here, make sure you follow the runners and the trackers. All of them are doing an amazing job to put on this show. Yep, Owl going down the left sand pit. Gonna grab the reserve, head to Plasma, and then head straight. And then from there, head to the elevator. Owl getting trolled here. The game has not been very nice to Owl. Owl has definitely been pushing the game to its limits. Owl's getting trolled here too. What? 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 The way that Owl picked that up. We did not know that you could do that. We did not know that you could do that. So what just happened there? Owl used... if you're turning around, you can force yourself... I mean, when you're crouched, you can force yourself a little bit to the left if you let go of... if you're holding LRR and let go of LRR at the right time. And then that pushed Owl a little bit left, and then Owl turned around, and that allowed Owl to pick up the item without needing to do another bomb jump. We had not seen that before. And part of that is that Hundo just isn't a category that we run. So, but yeah, we've just never seen that before. That's amazing. So in the post-game interview, we really do want to know when and why Owl decided to change his route. So Owl deciding to unequip Ice here. Will that actually change how many hits they take? Yes it will. Yeah. Unequipping Ice means that these take 2 hits rather than 3, so... yeah, that was a good call to unequip Ice, and that'll make the... thread the needle room more pleasant, maybe. So right now, all Owl has to do is get to the elevator. We still believe that top left bottom right would have been a bit faster for Owl, because killing Croc would have gotten you grapple, and he wouldn't have had to grab as many supers. But given that Owl had already killed Spospo, row 3 was the way to go. So Link finally gets across the moat and is headed towards Spantoon. So a bit more than not easy to get there. We think that it's not that hard to get to, but based on the strats that we've been doing, that Link has been doing, we think that Link would have been at risk of dying to Ridley. Oh no, never mind. We forgot that that Link doesn't have high jump. GG Owl. We're gonna see if Owl wants to come in for an interview. Owl has finished in first with an official SRL race time of 45 minutes and 20 seconds. So even if Link did have high jump, going down to Ridley would have put Link at a huge risk of just dying. Because Ridley versus normal Ridley, that would put Link at effectively only 3 E-tanks for Ridley, which is definitely doable. But you have to be very comfortable with Ridley in order to be able to pull that off, especially with the beam net, especially without plasma, because that would put you really close to just new Rat Ridley. Link successfully taking down Phantoon. Link successfully taking down Phantoon. Very nice. So Link still has to do column 4, and we would expect Link to be doing top left, bottom right. Top left, bottom right is a very gentle. Is very gentle if you're already having to kill Ridley or plasma. Or collect plasma. Okay, Owl has said yes to an interview, so we are just waiting for Owl to get in. So it looks like Owl will face this. Yeah. Join whenever, Owl. Hello, Owl, and welcome. Congratulations on your victory.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear us. So Link has grabbed right side supers. Link's probably gonna grab left supers next. And once Link grabs left, so that'll be a lot towards Link's 30 supers. We don't know exactly how many, but Link has at least 20. Link grabs Spospo early supers. Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely hear Owl, but Owl could not hear us, so Owl immediately left the voice channel after saying that he couldn't hear us, so we're waiting on Owl to fix audio issues. Yep, so the only thing that Link has left is finishing an elevator for top left, bottom right, so Link is definitely going to do top left, bottom right. So Link does not. Or did Link already grab speed? Don't think so. Okay. That snail clip by Owl was amazing. That's something that we need to learn how to do well. Guess we'll find out based on how Link does the attic.
I can hear you now.
Welcome, and congratulations on your victory. Yep, that is speed. So at what point did you decide to switch from column 5 to row 3?
Uh,
And why?
well, throughout the first part, I was debating whether I should get Varia or Gravity, because I was thinking of getting Ridley instead. But 35 super missiles would have meant I had to get every super that isn't in Meridia. So I went to Gravity then, and then from there I decided, oh, defeat Dragon is basically get Plasma. So I just decided to switch from there.
That makes a lot of sense. What do you think of row 3 versus top left, bottom right if you could redo it?
That might have been a better row, but I already got Spore Spawn.
Yep. Yeah. Row 3 was definitely the way to go once you had Spospo.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're eyeing top left, bottom right is because Croc would have gotten you the 4th power bomb pack as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that might have been the better choice, but I was eyeing column 5 with Varia.
It's really hard to find the right decision when you only have a couple minutes to think and you have to press buttons at the same time.
Yeah.
So it looks like in your next race, you are against the winner of Becky and Scar Snick.
So, I know
Are you
who's
excited?
probably gonna. I know who's probably gonna win that one, but the last time I fought that, I faced Scars instead.
Are you excited for the potential of facing Becky?
No, because I'll lose. Probably.
You can pull off some magic.
Yep.
So how are you feeling at the like 3 or 4 times that you almost died?
I don't know. I went to consider power bombs because I thought I could save before Fantoon, and that little incident there probably should have saved before it.
Yeah, that one was really close, and we were really hoping for you there. Have you timed out how long it takes to bomb jump to Criteria Supers?
No.
Or to Criteria Power Bombs?
No. All I know is that that was the closest one to me at that point.
Yeah, that's one that we're really, really curious about how the timing actually ends up.
Yeah. And considering my route, I didn't know any other power bombs other than Meridia power bombs. But that would have meant going through the loop twice. Going through both sand pits.
Yeah, the route that we had in our head was taking up Norfair Reserve with Croc, but you didn't. But you only barely dipped into Norfair, so.
Yeah.
So another route thing that we're curious about is if you want to grab Blue Bryn power bombs and you're coming from the wreck ship, is it faster to go down the red tower or faster to go down the climb?
Probably through the climb, but I was already going down the elevator at that point. I realized that I didn't really have any other power bombs in the way.
That matches what we would have what we would expect. And yeah, your routing was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to update which path you're going to take as you were going, which is really, really good rather than just sticking with what you had initially decided.
Yeah.
And even though that took you through a few suboptimal paths, that ended up being a great route in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to reroute like that is super important.
Yeah.
Were you listening? Were you watching the stream?
I was certainly listening to it. But the bingo card was over the stream.
Did you make any decisions differently after knowing that Link got stuck at the CWJ for a long time?
Probably just a save. That's
yeah,
it.
we were wondering about that.
Yeah, I saw Link was still at the mountain, and I decided just hulk into the save room.
So it looks like all Link has left to do is to grab a couple of super missiles, grab 2 super missile packs, and then grab that. The other things which really impressed us were how you snow clipped. We did not know that you could snow clip like that, and also how you picked up the Meridian Reserve. We had not seen that one before.
Uh, well, I learned snail clap after I learned that the combo rando when the logic's forced that. So not that I would run that rando that often, but it seems like something that I should know if that's in one of the logics.
Yeah, what we didn't realize is you could just morph, unmorph. We thought that you had to break out a spin, kind of like how you did, kind of like what you do in the wreck ship.
Yeah.
And your way it looks so much easier.
Yeah, it's just getting that snail on the right pixel.
So Link has 1 super pack, ray gun, 1 super pack, plasma, and then getting to the Forgotten Highway elevator.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your win, Owl.
Thanks.
Is there anything else you wanted to say about this race?
Some a spring ball tiles. I made sure to not choose a row that had a spring ball tile because I would have given a bunch of free ones.
Yeah, that's what we were eyeing before the race started. That you'd basically there are so many spring ball tiles that it's actually not a good idea to give somebody spring ball.
Yeah.
Because column two, without looking at the rest of the board, column 2 looks amazing. But once you throw in the rest of the board,
Yeah, you have so many options.
you could combo that very easily with row 5. Even row 1 looks really good.
Yeah.
It would have been really interesting to see how this race would have looked without Link spending a lot of time on the CWJ. Especially because it would have meant that you wouldn't have saved. And that would have put you at more risk, especially having to go through the attic a second time. Or a third time.
Yeah. I got a bunch of things, but at least I finished.
Yeah, and you routed this very well. This was definitely an interesting card. This is like the sheer number of spring ball tiles is probably the single most interesting thing about this card.
Yep. Anyways, I gotta go. See ya.
See ya. Thanks for the interview and good luck in your next race. So right now we're still eyeing this card. Specifically, we're trying to eye how well row 1 would have gone. And row 1 would have comboed really well with row 5. Or column 2. Row 1 would have comboed very well with row 5. And we're just curious how hard 10 E-tanks would have been to do. Row 1 is still very interesting. So right now, Link has a Dragon fight. Link does have grapple. Not gonna go for the grapple kill though. Link has grapple and speed booster. So Link definitely has enough missiles to kill Dragon at this point. It is 60 missiles to kill Dragon. And there it is. There it is. So Link now has to go collect plasma and then go to the elevator. So we are very close to the end of this seed. We've noticed that Link is taking a lot of time to set up deboosts everywhere, but Link is going for the deboost, and that is very good for long-term improvement. We aren't necessarily sure that the deboosts are saving Link time now, because of how much time Link's taking to set them up. They're taking to set them up, but just going for them means that they'll become muscle memory much faster. And that is the route to long-term improvement. So Link definitely playing like they want to improve. Link is going to be able to take the Cack Alley to Plasma, and then through the Forgotten Highway. And let's see what the time is at right now. We are at 1 hour and 3 minutes. And Link is so close to being done. So one of the interesting things about this seed is for a runner who is not as experienced, skipping high jump can be not having to pick up high jump can be absolutely brutal. And actually, now that we're looking at this, column 4 just for skipping high jump could be a really good one. And that is Plasma Beam there. The Power Bomb will kill the left wall pirate, will not hit the right wall pirate. So there's going to be 2 shots to freeze each pirate, and then 1 shot to kill after that, so 3 shots per pirate. And the left wall pirate is dead, every other pirate is at full health. Oh no! Wait, the left... No, the left wall pirate didn't die. That's surprising. That is a Plasma Beam. So we are seconds away from Link finishing this race. We really, really like the format of bingo, not forcing you to finish the game. Not forcing you to finish the game makes it way more interesting. Because one of the things that we don't particularly care for about randos is that they all finish with Torian. which means that the last 5-10 minutes of every rando is exactly the same. And GG, 64-bit Link has finished in second with an official SRL race time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 39 seconds. GG. Torian can be a bit different, but it's basically the same. There's basically only a few items which affect how Torian goes. And it looks like we are going to be joined by Link for an interview.
Yo.
Hello. Congratulations on finishing.
Yeah, thanks. I wish I had been able to actually get the CWJ across the moat, because that kind of threw off my entire plan.
Yeah, well, other than that one misstep, other than that one bit of bad luck, you managed to do well with the rest of the seed.
Yeah, it was, because basically, like, my original plan, like, was basically, like, just because I had to collect so many supers, it was basically, like, between wrecked ship and just go to Meridia, and that's why I kind of went with the collect plasma one, just because it's like, well, I have to collect all these supers anyways, like, there's 3 super packs in Meridia, I might as well just go there. And everything was going to be was looking to be fine with that, and then I just like, that's why I was like, okay, just go wreck ship first, and then I'm like, I've practiced the CWJ, I've gotten it, let's go for it, and then it just didn't want to work for me, and then eventually it was just like, I was just spending so much time with it. I'm like, I'm probably eventually at this point, I'm probably just spending more time than it's worth trying to get this.
And that was a very, very practical decision to give up and go down. There's definitely cases where people would just bash their head against it for 30 minutes. And by going down, you gave yourself some chances of winning, because Owl nearly died at several points.
Wow. I didn't actually, I wasn't actually watching the restream, but I just, I guess at least, I guess it sounds like it was a pretty exciting race nonetheless.
It was. This was having 4 spring ball squares on a card was really, really interesting.
Yeah, I noticed that, and it was like, when I was trying to decide what row I wanted to make Owl do, I was like thinking about that, but then I'm thinking, the problem with assigning a spring ball row is that then I'd be giving him basically a free other row to do because of how many times spring ball appeared. So kind of my logic in forcing row 4 was just, well, I can essentially force him to pick up only one suit and force him to either defeat Ridley or do most of Meridia, and both of those are really time consuming, plus just with there was a decent amount of item collection in there as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And we think that both you and Owl avoided giving spring ball just because there are so many spring ball tiles.
Yeah.
So Golf, there's going to be another dab at midnight Eastern, and we will be commentating that one as well. Is there anything else? Any other last words that you'd like to say about the seed?
Just I mean, just like, I mean, I think this was a pretty like interesting card, and I'll definitely have to watch back the commentary. So thank you, Friss, for the commentary, and GG to Owl.
GG, and thank you for the race, and good luck to you in your next match against Fusion Warrior 86.
Yeah, that should definitely be a really fun race. Yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to that one.
And GG, and thank you to the runners, thank you to the tracker, thank you everybody so much, and we will see you all next mission.